Okay.
So because this Romney is bundled, it might be a good opportunity for us to spin a little of it from the fold. Now, I'm not a big fold spinner, but it is an interesting way to spin, and so we're going to play with it. So what we'll do is we're just going to take a couple of these big bundles, and we're just going to lay them across our finger, and you can see, look at the shine and the luster. I hope you can see that in there. We're just going to fold it over our fingers, and we're going to pull some out. Now, actually, Pam, this is sort of related to the way you were spinning in a way, because we're going to spin it from the middle.
Okay.
It's going to pull, yes, right off your finger. So I'm going to add this to my yarn, join it a little bit, and then I hope you can see, I'm just going to, this is a very woolen spin. That means we're going to try not to take any of the air out. And as it slips off your finger from the fold, you can see it should be a very round wool. It should have a lot of air in it, and it just pulls right off your finger. You're drafting right off your finger a little bit, and that's controlling the width of your yarn.
Okay.
And it's really nice, don't you? Yeah, it's
I don't
kind of
do
fun.
this way much often either, but
yeah, I don't do this a lot, but it's really kind of nice. And when you have a fiber that bundles like that particular Romney fleece does, it almost begs you to do it that way, and it should produce a very round fiber because it's coming off the tip of your finger and you're getting a lot of air to spin into it. I'm going to grab another bundle and do just a little bit more before we switch to our next type of Romney fleece.
Can I just say,
oh, look at that. Yeah, look at that.
But it's nice.
It feels good on your fingers.
Yeah.
And because it's such a clean fleece, you know, there's really not a lot of
coated as well.
Yeah, this was definitely coated as well. So again, we're going to take the fiber, we're going to fold it right over your index finger and hold it tight with your hands, with both fingers on each side, and tease out a little of that fiber off the end of your finger, and then just add it in. You do need to put a little twist in this so that it catches. You can do a little short draw. You probably could do a little short backwards draw off of that. You know, I'm trying not to squeeze much of the air out of this, so I'm going to get a very buoyant, bouncy yarn. And when you spin it from the fold like this, it's certainly going to be textured because it's not a roving, it's not a top. And you can see, I'm going to back this off. Yes, you still get texture in there. It's just you're not really seeing those individual curls. But in this fleece, there aren't a lot of individual curls, even though this is a Romney. It's got beautiful crimp, but it doesn't have those little curls that you had in yours.
Right.
You know, to spin this one, there aren't a lot of little curls to be poking out.
But it is a rounder, as you said.
A rounder, yes. A rounder,
with
airier,
texture.
maybe more, might be a little warmer depending. It should be sort of bouncy, a bouncy way to spin this kind of yarn. And it's certainly something to play with. It's something to put in your repertoire. Not my favorite because I'm like a little more texture to my spin, and a little more randomness sort of. But it's a good exercise and it is kind of fun too.
Now, let me ask you, if you wanted this to be regular, how would you do it? How would you do it? I shouldn't say regular, but a little smoother without texture.
Without texture, I would do a short forward draw. For me, I find that I can control my spin if I'm holding my fiber in my right hand and pulling forward little bits of a draw and doing it pretty short.
Okay.
To me, I can control myself a little better when I do that.
Yeah.
And I can make a more even yarn. For me, that's you know, that automatically brings me down to a narrower, more even. A much more even. And certainly, if that's what you're looking for from Romney, it's beautiful. Yeah.